And if I just go ahead and save this, you can see that we can actually recover from this just fine. So we're back into a green state. And once again, if I don't know, change something here, you can see that we can continue reloading and seeing the latest changes inside our app. All right, so I think there's one more thing that I wanted to show you when it comes to these demos, which is that the changes that we make with Compose Hot Reload are not necessarily limited to making UI changes. If you want, you can actually change any part of your application code with Hot Reload. It's just that in the case of Compose UI, we can figure out automatically what parts of your code we have to rerun, and we can talk to the runtime so that the UI is actually re-executed and rendered using the new version of the code. But if you make changes to other classes, those changes will also actually work, as long as you can somehow rerun them. So let's hop over to the schedule screen. Let me show it in the application first. So the schedule screen is, of course, a long list of the sessions at the conference. And we have a button here that lets us filter the schedule screen to only show the sessions that we have bookmarked. So instead of having all of the sessions here, we can see that we have those that we have marked with this little bookmark. And for any of the slots where we don't have anything bookmarked, we kind of just have this empty looking slot, which is not ideal. Maybe we want to do something about that and add some new entries into our UI that just say no bookmarks here or something like that. The way that this screen works is that the entire thing is implemented with one huge lazy list, and the items in here, all of these labels and all of the different titles, are all parts of this seal type, which is called schedule list item. So to add this new item, all I have to do is add a new entry to this seal type, which of course is not going to compile because we have usages of this seal type somewhere. And I've also prepared some of the logic somewhere in this file, which just checks if one of the sessions was empty and we're currently in the filtered mode. And if that's the case, it adds that new item into the list. So now if I save this, it still won't compile because again, we have some usages of this seal type somewhere, but I can just go ahead and hop to the error message from the logs, and it will show me that, of course, it's the schedule screen class, which is using the view model. So if I add all of the remaining branches in here, for example, by filling out this ID generation and then this other when statement, which is responsible for actually rendering each of the items that are in the big list, then I can add some kind of UI representation for the new items that we're now generating, like no bookmarks here or something like that. And now that our code is in the green again, we'll see that hot reload happens, and we have actually successfully hot reloaded, but we don't see the change because the code that we modified on the view model side, where we added new logic, is just some function of some class in our code. It's a private function inside the view model, and the way that it's executed is inside this flow combine statement. So if one of these incoming values from the different flows that are being observed changes, combine will run again. It will call into this function and it will build the new version of the schedule item list. So this is something that's really just arbitrary code somewhere in the business logic of our application. So hot reload has no way of rerunning this function. It wouldn't know how to run it, what parameters to pass in. So we can't do the kind of invalidation that we are able to do when it's code that's inside your Compose UI. However, we did load the new version of that function,